No, I really was Clarissa. I was like, you know what? I haven't seen Clarissa around. I really was thinking about you. Because I know I'm not in member chat that much. Because you guys are like so quiet. Nobody ever talks. Oh, that was good timing, huh? Oh, you didn't see it, Tammy? It's been really good. Camille has destroyed her. Absolutely destroyed her. They go too many silence. Terry, I hope she's okay. Sweet. Yeah, not me. I spent half the time looking for Dayton's damn medicine. I just can't imagine I threw it out. Like, I wouldn't do that. But I'm thinking, because I had my headphones on yesterday and, like, I wasn't thinking, I was just cleaning, that maybe I just grabbed it. But that's why I, like, usually keep it in my purse. I don't want to go through the fucking garbage, but I don't have a choice. It's expensive medicine. And I don't want him to be out for a whole month. I was hoping he took it. But he said he didn't. I said, well, we're going to have to go through the garbage. He's like, interesting. There's nothing fucking interesting about it. We're dumbass. I'm a dumbass. The only other place it could be, like I throw everything on my bed when I'm cleaning. It's the only other place it could be. And I haven't checked it yet. There's a U-Haul next door. The ghost house, they're leaving. He was nice, too. They were good neighbors. But another one bites the dust. This is number 5. Every year, someone moves out. My son, Staten's medicine. I pulled it out of my purse yesterday, put it on the counter, and it's not there. Judge, I have to be somewhere in a little while, so can we, like, speed this up? Will do, Terry. I haven't seen Voices. I mean, I can text her, not a problem. So if you weren't here earlier, the Camille Vasquez $30,000 legal fund is for me to go after the ponies. There's an LOL after it for a reason. Alright, finally. No, the dogs didn't take it. It was on the top of the bar. Hey, Moxie. I hope I find it too. Can't get it again. Can't get it till next month.
Nothing good. Yeah, sorry. Thank you. You'll be seated. All right, your next question.
Tom, may I please have you put up Plaintiff's Exhibit 881A? Ms. Hurd, I'm going to ask you to take a look at Plaintiff's Exhibit 881A. This is one of the articles containing the counterclaim statements by Adam Waldman. Is that correct?
I haven't seen the article yet.
Okay. Why don't we go to page 8 of this article? Adam Waldman, Depp's lawyer, said afterwards, quote, Amber Heard and her friends in the media use fake sexual violence allegations as both a sword and shield, depending on their needs. They have selected some of her sexual violence hoax facts as a sword, inflicting them on the public and Mr. Depp. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
Is that one of the statements that you allege are defamatory? It's defamatory?
That's correct.
Okay. Can we please go to Plaintiff's Exhibit 881B? And if we could go to page 10 and 11. In Plaintiff's Exhibit 881B, Depp's lawyer Adam Waldman said the various discrepancies prove that nothing Heard and her friends said about the events of May 21, 2016 could be considered credible. Quite simply, this was an ambush, a hoax. They set Mr. Depp up by calling the cops, but the first attempt didn't do the trick, he told thedailymail.com. The officers came to the penthouses, thoroughly searched and interviewed, and left after seeing no damage to face or property. So Amber and her friends spilled a little wine and roughed the place up, got their story straight under the direction of a lawyer and publicist, and then placed a second call to 911. But even this didn't have... Oh, apologize. You're fine. Okay.
don't know what's going on. I was typing. I was looking at copyright requests. You know, YouTube sends you a thing that says, so-and-so may use your video. So I got a bunch of them. Who Johnny Depp is? He's talking to me, Steffa. Don't be coming in my territory. There she's going, looking at the jury. He is so cute. And he doesn't really look his age, honestly.
Okay, and if we can please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 881C. And go to page 11. This is another article, Ms. Heard, where you argue that Mr. Waldman's statements are defamatory, correct?
I don't know if this is taken from that article because I can't see the article in full.
It's page 11 of the article. And the statement reads, we have reached the beginning of the end of Ms. Heard's abuse hoax against Mr. Depp. Is that correct? Is that one of the what you claim is one of the defamatory statements said by Mr. Waldman?
I believe so.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Heard, you're not aware of any career opportunities that you lost as a result of Mr. Waldman's statements, are you?
Well, it's kind of hard to point to the jobs you're not offered,
Right.
to the gigs you don't get.
You were not replaced in Aquaman 2, were you?
They released me from my contract, and I fought to stay in it, and they kept me in it. I just don't know how much I'm in, actually, of the final cut.
And you testified yesterday that L'Oreal actually extended your contract in April of 2020. Is that correct?
In part, they extended it and held me.
And you testified yesterday that L'Oreal extended your contract again in November of 2021, correct?
Not exactly. They extended it because they couldn't use me or any of the materials for me.
And that extension was for 20 months, right?
That's correct.
Ms. Heard, you testified yesterday how Mr. Waldman's statements, quote, torture you every day. Do you recall that testimony?
I do.
And then, and that you look at them every day.
I look at the online attacks, the media. You can't avoid it, to be honest, that those statements are often attached to. I don't look at his statements every day.
And you testified that you just want to move on with your life, right?
I do very much want to move on with my life.
But you've gone out of your way to engage with Mr. Waldman on social media, haven't you?
I have made a comment, I believe, once. I would not characterize that as engaging with him.
Let's please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 1266.
It's right there.
Your microphone. Your microphone.
I don't have this yet, so I'm asking for it to
right
be
there.
given to
Okay.
me before.
It's a
I
photograph.
think it's just a.
This is your tweet, right, Ms. Heard?
That is correct.
I'm going to move to admit and publish this tweet.
I didn't check the relevance.
Ejection. I'm sorry. What's the objection?
I'm sorry, relevance?
All right, I'll overrule the objection. 881C in evidence.
Can we please have it published to the jury?
I'm sorry, 1266. I apologize. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is from March 26, 2021, right?
That's what it looks like, yes.
And this is after he made the statements you claim are defamatory, right, Ms. Heard?
21, yes.
Ms. Heard, you tweeted at Adam Waldman, quote, "Yes, Mr. Waldman, I may be wearing makeup on this occasion, but on every occasion you will still be short." Did I read that right?
Yes.
We can put this down. Thank you. Ms. Heard, since your relationship with Mr. Depp ended, you have completed your level 3 sommelier training, haven't you?
I haven't completed it yet. I
You're on
just
level
stopped.
2.
No, I'm on level 3.
You also have had a baby, right?
I have.
And you enjoy being a mother?
More than anything.
You still love to cook?
I do.
And you love to hike?
I've taken a break on hiking for a minute.
You have friends, right?
I do have friends.
And you spend time with those friends?
Occasionally, when I can.
And you exercise regularly?
Every day.
You just filmed a movie in March of 2022, isn't that right?
Yes, the one I just shot in Guatemala that I spoke of earlier.
And you have, you had a major role in a major film that's scheduled to be released soon. Is that correct? Aquaman 2?
As I said, I don't know if I will even be in the final cut or how much I will be. It was difficult to stay in the movie.
You struck Mr. Depp multiple times during your relationship, didn't you, Ms. Heard?
There were many times I had to use my body to defend myself, and that included swinging wherever I could. If it meant I could get away, absolutely. If it meant a difference between a sore face and a broken nose, you bet I would.
Since your testimony under oath that you never struck Mr. Depp as the initial aggressor?
Well, he was holding me against the wall by my neck. You know, I might be the first person to have been the first one to slap, which happened in Australia, you know, and he was choking me. But I wouldn't say I was the initial aggressor in that situation.
You got physical with Mr. Depp often during your relationship, didn't you?
I had to defend myself as best I could. Didn't seem to make much of a difference.
You just couldn't control yourself, could you, Ms. Heard?
I tried to defend myself when I could, but it was after years of not defending myself.
Can we please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 356? And, Your Honor, portions of the exhibit were entered into evidence yesterday, but we moved to admit the entire recording. And I can confirm that there's no other voices besides Ms. Heard's and Mr. Depp's. And I intend to play from 129.27 to 130.07.
So I have 356A in evidence. Is any objection to the entire 356 coming into evidence?
If I may.
Okay,
Hold on just for
sure.
a moment, Your Honor. I have to check on something. Which one? Which one is excerpt for now, and we'll double check our notes on that, because there was one that had something in that we couldn't go, and I just can't find my notes on that
We'll
right
just call it 356B for now.
That's fine. Thank you, Your Honor.
Could you just give me the times again?
Yes, of course. 129.27 to 130.07.
All right, and I'm told that we already have a B, so we have to do 356C.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I can't promise you I won't get physical. God, I fucking sometimes get so mad I lose it. I can fucking promise you I'm gonna do everything to change. Promise you. I'm not gonna go around divorce. I will not say divorce unless it's it. And then I hope you leave me. I'm not going to, and me too. I will leave you. It's fair. I can't do it, you know? And I think honestly, if we hold each other accountable to that, it's fair.
Ms. Heard, that's you and Mr. Depp on that recording, correct?
That's correct.
And you told Mr. Depp, quote, "I can't promise you that I won't get physical," end quote. Correct?
That's correct. He was accusing me of instigating something in a situation I explained yesterday.
And you also told Mr. Depp that sometimes you get so mad you lose it, correct?
That's correct. I also explained the context of that fight yesterday.
Isn't that exactly what you told Ben King on your way back from Australia? That you get so mad you lose it?
Absolutely not. I know that that's what Ben King testified to, but I never had that conversation with Ben King.
If we could please
In the
play.
meantime, I'm sorry, I checked and I have no objection to the entirety of 356 coming
So
in.
356 in its entirety will be in evidence. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. If we could please play from what's now been admitted, Plaintiff's Exhibit 356 in its entirety from 705 to 743.
I'm not gonna be in a physical fucking altercation with you.
Then don't.
You fucking hit me last night. You fucking.
What about all the other times you split? Come on, you cannot act like that's about that. It's
Well,
not.
we're on a plane. I can't split.
No, and you hit back, so don't act like you don't fucking
I
participate.
pushed you.
I'm not gonna get into the details of that fight. You and I both know that you split when there is no physical violence involved. And that you do it like at the very beginning of fights these days. And if you split and you go into a different room and you don't actually leave that house, it does nothing but perpetuate the fight. And you don't actually do it respectfully. You don't.
Sir, is that you and Mr. Depp on this recording?
Yes, it is.
Can we please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 343? And I believe that one's been admitted already into evidence.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And just for the record, we're playing from 24601 to 24720.
I said to Travis. I said to you, hey, tell Travis what just happened.
Oh, you told me to do it. You told me to. You said, go do that.
I said, no, tell him what just
And
happened.
I lied.
And that you punched me in the
You're right.
fucking thing. And
You figured
in
it
the
out.
face. And you said, no, fucking, I didn't. What the fuck are you talking about? And I watched you lie. And then
I didn't punch you, by the way. I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. I was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched.
Don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
You know, even a lot of fights have been around a long time. I know. Yeah.
No, when you fucking have a close.
You didn't get punched. You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not fucking deck you. I fucking was hitting you. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
How are you?
What am I supposed to do? Do this? I'm not sitting here bitching about it, am I? You are. That's the difference between me and you. You're a fucking baby.
Because you started.
You are such a baby. Grow the fuck up,
Because you started
Johnny.
physical fights.
I did start a physical fight.
Yeah, you did. So I had
Because-
to get the fuck out of there.
Yes, you did. So you did the right thing, the big thing. You know what? You're admirable.
That's you and Mr. Depp on that recording, right, Ms. Hurd?
That's correct.
And you said you hit Mr. Depp, right?
Yeah, I had to hit his body to get
Ms.
him out
Hurd,
of the door.
my question was, you said on that recording that you hit Mr. Depp, right?
Yes, I did.
And you accused him of being a baby for not wanting to be in a physical fight with you, right?
Incorrect. I accused him of being a baby for complaining about me hitting him when he was trying to get through the door. I was trying to barricade.
Right. Can we please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 368? And again, Your Honor, this is a recording of just Mr. Depp and Ms. Hurd. I'm going to move for the entire exhibit to be moved into evidence.
All right, any objection to 368?
I don't think so, no, Your Honor.
All right, no objection. 368 in evidence in its entirety.
It's a shitty lock. Anyway, I opened the bathroom door when you were knocking on it. After a few times I opened, and you just kept going. You just kept going. I tried to close the door 3 times. Please, just don't. And then wait, and then I accidentally, I swear, when I was trying to close the door, I guess it scraped your toes. I didn't mean to do that. And I bent down and you either pushed or you kicked. I think you kicked the door open. I mean, the door, yeah, more open, so that it would hit me. And it hit
No,
me.
I didn't mean to. I didn't know
It
that.
hit me in the fucking head.
But I did not mean to do that. I don't know what you're
I
talking
was
about.
bent down behind the door.
I did not do anything to her. I did not kick a door or push a door so that it would hit you. I did not. I swear that I don't even. That did not. It was not my intention. I think I remember when the door scraped my toes. I reacted, but this whole the door thing. I remember. I never did that. That wasn't on purpose. I might have done it on accident.
Okay.
But
So let's say that was an accident. I then stood up. I don't even know if I said. I mean, I might have said like, "What the fuck?" Whatever. Because I just been hit in the head with the fucking corner of a door.
I'm so sorry. I did not. I'm sorry.
And then I stood up. And then you fucking clocked me.
I remember hitting you as a response to the door thing. And I'm really sorry about hitting you with the door, or hitting your head. I did not mean to, nor.
You didn't mean to hit me in the head with the door, but you meant to
I did
punch me in the jaw.
I meant to hit you, and I did not do this thing with the door. I do remember. I did mean to hit you.
So that you didn't mean.
The door? No, God, no. I didn't.
But punching me in the jaw.
I
you
didn't.
did.
Okay, I'm sorry I hit you. I did mean to hit you, but it was in response. I just reacted in response to my foot. I just reacted, and I'm sorry. It's below me.
Your foot? That was why you punched me?
Yeah. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I.
Again, that's you and Mr. Depp on that recording, right?
That's correct.
And Mr. Depp was hiding from you in the bathroom. Isn't that
Incorrect.
right, Ms. Heard?
Incorrect.
Well, Mr. Depp said on that recording, I opened the bathroom door when you were knocking on it. Doesn't he?
I don't know if he said that, and I didn't hear that.
And
one
Mr.
detail.
Depp said, when I was trying to close the door, I guess it scraped your toes. He says that, doesn't he?
Correct.
And then you kicked the bathroom door into his head, didn't you?
No, I didn't. And I
then you punched him in the
defended
jaw.
myself in that audio. You can hear it for yourself.
Right. And then you punched him in the jaw.
I also did not do that. I tried to make that clear on the audio tape too,
So-
in futility.
So Mr. Depp said, you meant to punch me in the jaw, right?
Are you asking me what he said on the
Yeah.
on the recording? Yes, he said that.
And then you respond, I meant to hit you, didn't you?
As I explained yesterday, I was trying to get him off the door,
And you said, I remember, I did mean to hit you.
meaning the door. The door was on my feet. I
You've heard
reacted
this-
instinctively to that.
Yeah, you've heard this audio before, haven't you, Miss Heard?
Yeah, we've already had this trial before.
Yeah, it was played for you when you were deposed in 2016 in connection with your divorce from Mr. Depp, wasn't it?
That's one of the times I've heard it, yes.
Okay. So you've had plenty of time to think about how to respond to this recording, haven't you?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, let's take a look at how you responded to it the first time. Can we please pull up what will be marked Plaintiff's Exhibit 1261?
The next thing that I'm going to play
Your Honor?
to
Okay.
you as Hugh.
All right. Oh, if you want to come?
And another break. Well, isn't that scary? They gotta have a cop there. Oh, what do they think? Someone's gonna like run up to Johnny Depp? Or kill Amber? Well, maybe. Maybe someone might run up and smack her. Why do people get tattoos on their hands? Can someone tell me this? Wow. Hey, Fluffer. You want to look at Johnny up close and personal? Look at that girl in the back. She came with a cast on her foot and all. Come on, Camille, you got this.
So, I will. So, Your Honor, for reference, and I will provide a copy of the deposition, Ms. Heard's deposition in the divorce. It's page 372, lines starting at line 5 through 377, line 12.
All right, I think,
Okay, I have the next copy of the position.
May I approach, Your Honor?
yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Your Honor, with permission, may we please play?
If we just get to that page, make sure everybody's at the, oh, could you say the page number again,
Yes,
please?
absolutely.
Page 372, lines 5 to 377, line 1 is what I have.
12,
That
line
right?
12.
All right, 372.
If we could have a moment, Your Honor, to read it before it's played.
Okay,
I still don't think it's an impeachment, Your Honor, after reading it.
I'll overrule objection, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. If we can please have it published to the jury in the gallery.
All right.
The next thing that I'm going to play to you as Hugh. Would you listen to this, please? This is punching. It's one of the ones that says punching. Let's skip on.
Your Honor, maybe we stop that.
Come on, Your Honor. I don't have all day here. She really has aged a lot. I mean, she's still pretty. But I mean, honestly, she looks much healthier now. But she still looks like she aged like 20 years.
ask them to take it off the screen.
Could you take it off the screen? Okay. That's fine.
Thank you.
I have no objection.
Can we
to that.
please start it over?
The next thing that I'm going to play to you as Hugh. Would you listen to this, please? This is punching. It's one of them, right? It says punching. Let's skip one. Where's the desk?
You just kept going. You just kept going. You kept going. Trying to close the door 3 times. You know, please, just don't let me know. And then wait, and then I accidentally, I swear, when I was trying to close the door, I guess stretched your toes. I didn't do that. I bent down. And you either pushed or you kicked the door. Step with the door, get more open. So that you can.
No, I don't mean to. I did not mean to. But I did not mean to do that.
I was bent down behind the door.
I did not do anything to. I did not kick at the door or push the door so that it would hit you. I did not. I swear. But I mean, that was not my intention. I think I remember when the door scraped my toes.
Okay. So you told him in that excerpt that you hit him with the door but did not intend to hit him, correct? Did you say that?
I said whatever I said in that recording. I
Okay.
don't. When you play it for me, it's hard for me to remember every single.
And that's a recording marked as exhibit the punching.
Q. That we
Q.
just played.
Q. Would you continue to listen to exhibit Q?
Are these from the same day?
I reacted, but this whole the door thing. I remember. I never did that. That was on purpose.
Why would she need to eat during a deposition? You couldn't eat prior or after?
I then stood up. I don't even know if I said, I might have said, like, what the fuck? You know, whatever. That just been hit in the head with a fucking phone.
I'm not sure, though.
I'm sorry.
And then I stood up. And then you felt the clock.
I remember hitting it as a response to the door thing.
Yeah, it's got to be, because they divorced in 16.
And I'm really sorry about hitting you with the door or hitting your head. I did not mean to, nor.
You didn't need to hit me in the head with the door, but you meant to punch me in the jaw.
I meant to hit you, and I did not do this thing with the door. I do remember, I did mean to hit you.
So that you didn't mean.
The door? No, God, no, I
But punching me in the jaw.
Now, I'd also like to point out to the idiots in
So
the
on
back.
the tape, you tell Johnny Depp that you did mean to hit him.
And it also misrepresents that what actually happened, which is him trying to get into a room I'm trying to keep him out of, and then he runs the door over my toes, trying to get into the room. I tried to push him out of it, which is what the hit is referred to. And Johnny, whenever he was injured or touched, it always referred to it in these ways of punching or clocked or whatever. And whether you discussed it with him or not, the last thing you do in talking to him afterwards or trying to reconcile with him is to get into what the definition of those words mean to him. I never even addressed it. He would, if he was ever pushed, it was a cold. He called it a cold clock. I mean, it's just very dramatic.
Isn't it true?
You're smiling, as that audio recording is being played in your deposition, aren't you, Ms. Heard?
Not smiling because of the audio. I'm smiling because of what's happening around me.
You even roll your eyes at one point, don't you?
I was sitting opposite a whole table full of lawyers who were snickering, laughing, and rolling their eyes at me while I was talking.
Is there something amusing about kicking a door into your husband's head?
No, I was rolling my eyes and commenting on what I was experiencing at that time in recounting the story.
Is there something amusing to you about punching your husband in the jaw?
That is not what I was smiling about, and no, I do not think it's amusing.
Ms. Heard, you testified yesterday that all you want to do is move on. Do you remember that testimony?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, your exact words were, quote, "I just want him to leave me alone. I want to move on with my life, and he won't let me." Do you remember that?
Yes, that is correct.
But that's not true, is it, Ms. Heard?
It is very true.
You just haven't been able to move on with your life, have you? From Mr. Depp.
Well, I'm here, aren't I?
In fact, on October 11th, 2018, you actually commenced an arbitration action against Mr. Depp for defamation, didn't you?
I don't recall that, no.
Your Honor, may I approach? May we approach?
Okay, so while they're approaching, I understand what she just did, because Johnny did it earlier too. That someone may smile, that doesn't mean they're laughing at like it's a joke. Like, you may be laughing in disbelief rather than it being a joke. So I'll give her a point for that, because I agree with that though. But I do agree with that. You can laugh at something out of total disbelief.
Pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 219.
Because they're rich and they don't have to be.
Please read to yourself the first page of Exhibit 219.
All right.
She's covering a cast she has on. I don't know why she's covering it,
Read
but
to yourself the second page of Exhibit 219.
no, but that's part of the reason some of these incels are after me, because they think I think it's a
And sir,
joke.
just to look at that page. And then scroll down to the next page, please.
I think Johnny and Camille would make a good couple. These incels that are coming after me. Or trying to come after me, either way. There, I'm looking at them both. I'm like, man, they would make a really cute power couple.
Does that refresh your recollection, Ms. Heard, that you did, in fact, in October of 2018, 2 months before you published the op-ed in this case, that's the subject of this case, you initiated an arbitration against Mr. Depp for defamation?
It's not my understanding I initiated an arbitration. It's my understanding that our lawyers sent a letter to his lawyers after he called me a liar again, effectively, in an interview.
And that's 2 months before your op-ed that was published in December of 2018, right?
That is correct.
And that's
She
6
wouldn't
months
deal with the
before
drugs,
Mr. Depp
though.
filed this case against you, correct?
That's correct.
So you fired the first shot, not Mr. Depp.
I disagree. We sent a letter.
So we'll break them up, Denise. He's already with Camille.
Ms. Heard, isn't it true that you once filled out a customs form falsely so that you could get...
May we approach?
Okay.
Who's he dating? Ah, that's true, Clay. I didn't even think of that. There's the cop just pacing back and forth. I bet the guy in the pink tie right here, I bet he makes the most money and he does the least amount of work. I haven't seen him do jack shit. Hey, Firefly. They were left together the other day. Camille's strong and independent and has her own money. Yeah, but she's not worth that much. She's only worth $1 million. Her net worth is 1.5. You're Johnny's side piece? I don't know. Dealing with a drug addict like that, though, that's tough. Believe me, I know. Let's start a rumor. He's dating Camille. And then when I hire her, I'll tell her to bring Johnny for support. Who is on video? What video? Quinn, are you doing porno movies again? What video? Whose video? It's already all over the internet? You mean we didn't start it? Damn. I wanted to start a rumor. Bring Johnny and 2 alpacas. I want a baby goat. One of my Patreons had baby goats. I want one. Up there, too far. Too much to look at. Well, according to her, what I found out on her, they're not dating. She's not seeing anyone, but she's very secretive. Oh my God, Denise, you got to see this goat. It is so cute. I was like, I want a goat. I want a baby goat. That's what my son said. It is the cutest. Get goats, you won't have to mow the lawn. I'm telling you. Tell my landlord, hey, we got a baby goat. Aren't they, D-Land?
Ms. Heard, you testified yesterday that when you left the courthouse after obtaining the domestic violence restraining order against Mr. Depp, you walked out to, quote, a sea of paparazzi and cameras, right?
That's correct.
You testified that you were surprised to see this sea of cameras.
That's correct.
Because it was quiet when you went into the courthouse that morning.
And the divorce had remained under the radar up to that point.
You testified that no one knew about your divorce, so you thought it was going to stay that way, right?
No, I always figured it would come out. I just was trying to buy time.
You knew the media had been alerted that you were filing for divorce, right, Ms. Heard?
No, I just knew that it was impossible to do that privately, so you could just hope it was a matter of time.
You knew they were going to be there, didn't you?
No, I did not. I mean, I assume since it's a public building that there's that likelihood, or not likelihood, but possibility. But I was shocked.
Your publicist, Jody Gottlieb, was there at the courthouse with you, wasn't she?
Yes, she was.
So you anticipated that you might need your publicist?
I thought the filing might make, well, I was told the filing was public,
that it would be impossible. There's no way for you to do a private filing. And then the second that I filed for the TRO, it would be public news. I didn't expect all these photographers and cameras to show up at the courthouse in real time, but they did.
If we could please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 1280, which is a clip from your divorce deposition, and you have at page, if I can alert you, you have the transcript there, page 74, lines 22.
You said
through
874?
74.
74.
Line 22 through 75, line 13.
I'm sorry, just 72 lines.
74, line 22 through 75, line 13.
Your Honor, may we approach?
Okay.
Judge, this is not the day to be doing this, Judge. I got stuff I gotta do. I gotta get dressed soon. Look at those rings. Yeah, I gotta take Phoenix somewhere.
If we could please play.
Hey,
display to
Margie.
the jury. Plaintiff's Exhibit 1280.
Is responsible.
Ms. Hurd, did you
Who, me?
send a text message to Jerry Judge on May 24, 2016, telling Jerry Judge, quote, "I'm desperately trying to reach Johnny. It's extremely important. Please tell him."
I remember sending the text message that is in front of me right now to Jerry. And
No, incels.
I remember sending
You
this
know,
because
kids
I
that
wanted to tell Johnny
live in their mom's basement
or have
and
been
never get
told by
laid and troll
Jerry
people on
or
the internet.
someone who
Incels.
knew him or was close to him.
Hey, Debbie.
Basically, I didn't want him to find out online that I had or was about to file, or I had already filed for divorce. I wanted him to know verbally. So I was trying to reach him through a third party to tell him. When I say reach, I'm specifically
Central
saying
Time.
I would like him to know information coming from me or coming from Jerry, from me, so that he finds out about the divorce filing or my intention to do so from some other source other than TMZ, which was alerted.
You slipped up there, didn't you, Ms. Hurd? You let it slip out that TMZ had been alerted to your filing of the domestic violence restraining order, didn't you?
I disagree. That's not what I'm talking about.
TMZ is the same outlet that you released the video of Mr. Depp attacking the kitchen cabinets the day before this deposition was taken, wasn't it?
I didn't do that. I don't
TMZ
know how
owns
to do
the
that.
copyright to that video now, doesn't it?
I have no idea what TMZ
Did they
owns.
pay you for that?
I never got paid for it because I had nothing to do with that.
So TMZ was just lucky in getting the inside scoop to your divorce from Mr. Depp, huh?
I have no idea. It is not, that's not my area of expertise. I wouldn't even know how to do that. And also, what does that get me? If I wanted to leak things about Johnny, I could have done that in a much more successful way, in a bigger way, for years.
Not
and
when
years.
you were extorting him for $7 million.
I got a fraction of what I was entitled to in the state of California, by the way.
Right.
What extortion?
Tassa Van Ree is your ex-wife, right?
That's right. She's my ex-partner.
She's the one that you told this jury Mr. Depp was jealous of, right?
Yeah, well, that was 2013 fights around March, yes.
You testified that he tried to burn one of her paintings, right?
That's correct.
You testified he tried to burn one of your favorite paintings that she did, right?
I don't know if it was one of my favorites.
You committed domestic violence against Miss Van Ree during your relationship, didn't you?
No, I did not.
You assaulted her at a Seattle airport in 2009, didn't you?
No, I did not.
And people saw that.
That's not true.
And it was covered in the press. Isn't that true?
It was planted in the press by Johnny's team 2 days after I got the TRO. Not coincidentally.
Can you please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 1279?
Wow, that's a blatant lie.
Your Honor, may we approach?
Does she not think there's an arrest record? I wonder if they're going to find the armed robbery one from Texas. Because there's an armed robbery or attempted murder or something like that.
You could please have that article displayed for the witness. This is an article from 2 years ago, correct, Ms. Heard?
I don't know when this
May
was.
of 2020.
That's not when it came out, no. This story started getting planted after I got a TRO, after I got a restraining order against Johnny.
The headline says, Amber Heard
Objection,
allegedly
Your Honor.
struck.
Objection, Your Honor. I think Your Honor ruled she can't say that.
If you want to approach again.
Yeah, if you look up Amber Heard, Texas, let me see if I can find it. I don't know if it was armed robbery or attempted murder, something like that.
The title reads, Amber Heard allegedly grabbed, struck her ex-girlfriend at the airport. Doesn't it?
Yes, and that's not true.
May we approach?
Okay.
So the article, the title is Amber Heard allegedly struck her
Objection, Your Honor.
ex-girlfriend.
She's already.
Oh, overruled. Go ahead.
Thank you. If I may start over. Amber Heard allegedly struck her ex-girlfriend Tassa Van Ree at the airport in 2009. Did I read that right?
Yes, this is another example of the smear campaign.
So Mr. Depp is not the only domestic partner you've assaulted, is he, Ms. Heard?
I've never assaulted Mr. Depp or anyone else that I've been romantically linked to, ever.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, cross-examination.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry, redirect.
Ms. Heard, did Ms. Van Ray come out after that article came in and make a public statement it was false?
Of course she did.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
Your Honor, I should at least be.
Overruled.
Thank you.
Of course she did.
Okay. Now, let's talk about the TMZ alerted. Explain to the jury what you meant by the TMZ was alerted.
So when you make these kind of filings, meaning divorce, marriage, things like that, they are public record. And so when we filed for divorce, when I filed for divorce, I asked my team to file in the most discreet way, literally to put it under a stack of papers and file it at the end of day, so kind of had more of a shot of being missed by the paparazzi and by TMZ and those sorts of publicity outlets. I believe that we had been remarkably lucky following the divorce, that it wasn't picked up, and that it gave me a precious few days of peace at that really fragile time. When I found out that they were going to run the story or that they had the information, I was trying to get a hold of Johnny to clarify that I did not do this in a punitive way. I didn't want him to be mad at me. I didn't want him to find out in that sort of context online.
And who had connections to TMZ?
Objection calls for speculation.
Do you know?
I do know. Johnny
Your
and I
Honor.
spoke about
Your
it.
Honor, calls for
Sustain
speculation.
the objection.
Did Mr. Depp tell you about who had connections with TMZ?
Yes, we talked about it. His lawyer, Laura Wasser.
Okay. Now, I'm going to start at the very beginning here. You were asked by Ms. Vasquez about why Mr. Depp won't or can't look you in the eye. And she read out, or she played a tape in which Mr. Depp said, "You will not see my eyes again." Do you recall that?
I do.
And that was during the mediation process in July, correct?
That was
Objection leading.
first one.
Sustained
Okay.
is the leading.
When was this?
That was in July of 2016. That was the first mediation attempt. We met after that, and Johnny very much looked me in the eye.
Please tell the jury about the next meeting after he said, "You will not see my eyes again."
We met in the lawyer's office. They gave us a moment. Johnny kissed me again, held me. I cried, he cried, and then we had a short exchange, and he put a note in my pocket that said, "I'll love you dead or alive, my Slim," with his new phone number on it.
I'd like to bring up, Michelle, if you can, Defendant's Exhibit 1581L. I'm sorry? Oh. Do you recognize this?
Objection, Your Honor.
document?
May we approach?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Could you tell the jury what the coaster was that he slipped into your pocket, what it said?
He said, "I love you forever, my Slim, dead or alive."
And what, if anything, did it have in addition?
His new phone number.
And to be, just so we're clear, on how many occasions in that second mediation did Mr. Depp look you in the eye?
Many.
Okay. And when Ms. Vasquez asked you if you knew why Mr. Depp couldn't or wouldn't look you in the eye here or in the UK, you said, yes, you know. Why? Please tell the jury why.
Because he's guilty. Because he knows he's lying. Otherwise, why can't he look at me? I survived. I survived that man, and I'm here, and I'm able to look at him.
Thank you. You were asked about a bruise that was on your arm from March 15, 2013. Do you recall how long before the picture you had sustained that bruise?
I do.
How long?
2 weeks.
You were asked a number of times by Ms. Vasquez if you took pictures from your incidents earlier in the relationship.
Yes.
Why didn't you?
It was something I started doing only kind of incidentally. You know, I was commenting to my best friend. I was looking for support from my mom, things like that. There was, I'm ashamed to say, never a thought that this would happen.
You fucking liar. You recorded
December.
him.
And my best friend taking pictures of me to capture it. That wasn't even a thing.
It has been suggested by Ms. Vasquez to you in your questions that you didn't tell anyone about the abuse until the TRO. Is that true?
Objection, Your Honor, leading.
All right. What if any? All right. Who did you tell about the abuse during the time it was happening?
Objection, Your Honor, leading.
That's not offered to.
And hearsay.
Sustained.
Your Honor, it's prior consistent statements.
It's leading, it's sustained. Next question.
Okay. What, if anything, did you tell to anyone about the abuse?
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
I'll sustain.
Your Honor, may I approach?
That's fine.
She is such a liar. My God. I hope Camille's not done with her questioning. Can you cross-examine in the middle? Camille's not, oh, she is done? There's no way she's done already. There's still a ton more questions. She's really done? No way.
Ms. Heard, how many people have you shared the fact of abuse prior to 2015?
Objection, Your Honor, leading.
How
Calls
many?
for hearsay.
How many?
Overruled that one.
Roughly about 10.
Can you name them?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
I think she can, it's not offered, it's just to show that she informed people before. They're suggesting
Objection,
she
Your
didn't
Honor,
tell
can we
anybody.
approach? This is, again, an approach.
Get her, Camille. Get her. I don't see how she would be done already, though. I mean, I could think of some more questions. There's no way she's done already.
Now, you were asked whether you had consulted a medical doctor about any problems with your nose, correct?
That's correct.
And you indicated that you in fact had after the divorce,
Objection
correct?
leading.
Did you or did you not consult a ENT after the divorce?
Objection leading.
Did you produce medical records to the defendants relating to this?
Objection leading calls.
I'll sustain the objection.
Thank you.
It's leading. Next question.
Your Honor, if we could,
if
witness could be instructed not to answer until I've
All right.
lodged my objection.
Wait for the objection, please.
Could we bring up Defendant's Exhibit 1077? Do you recognize this document?
My screen is black.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
Yes, I do.
And could you tell us what it is?
That's the what my ENT, the ears, nose, and throat doctor, told me was
Objection, Your Honor.
the
Hearsay.
All right, when there's objection, please stop talking. Thank you. All right, I'll sustain the objection as to hearsay.
Okay. What, if any, you were asked if you had, it was suggested that you had not produced this in discovery. Is that true or false?
Objection, Your Honor. Leading.
Your Honor, she absolutely
So
did that.
it's leading. It is leading question, though. I'll sustain the objection as to leading.
What, if anything, did you do to produce medical records to the defendant, to the plaintiff in this case?
I turned over all of my devices, and they had Johnny's team had a third party or someone they selected as a third party go and pull all relevant documents from those devices, which I handed over.
Do you know how many were handed over?
Hundreds of thousands, I believe. Maybe.
Objection,
many
Your
more.
Honor. Lack of foundation.
All right, I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
And what, if anything, did you produce to the plaintiff in connection with your consultation with an ENT specialist relating to your nose?
Objection. Leading.
Sustained.
Foundation. Hearsay.
What, if anything? It's not the cure-all. It's sustained.
When did you see an ENT specialist?
2017 or 2016 or 17.
And as a result of that consultation, what did you learn about your nose?
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
I'm not asking her to tell what they said.
Yeah, I'll sustain the objection.
What, if any, production did you make to the plaintiffs of your medical records with the ENT?
Objection, Your Honor. Lack of foundation.
If you only have foundation.
Do you know whether the medical records from your EMT were produced in discovery in this
Objection,
case?
Your Honor. Lack of foundation calls for speculation.
I'm
I'll
asking.
overruled if she knows.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. And do you recall? I'm trying. What, if anything, did the medical records reflect about your nose?
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
I'll sustain the objection.
Do you have injuries to your nose?
Yes.
Please describe those to the jury.
I have a bunch
Object
of scar
to
tissue.
I'm going to object to the extent it calls for hearsay and lack of foundation
Overruled.
and improper expert opinion.
Well,
She can certainly testify too.
we'll see where it goes. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a significant amount of scar tissue in my nose.
Objection, Your Honor.
I'll sustain the objection.
What, if any, difficulty do you have breathing?
Objection leading.
What, if anything? And that does cure on
No,
it.
it doesn't. But I'll overrule the objection.
Thank you. you remember the question?
I have a significant amount of trouble breathing at night, and I've been putting off having surgery for it.
Now, you were asked about December 15, 2015, and Ms. Vasquez suggested that you did not report the abuse or the injuries to Aaron Falati. Do you recall that
Objection, Your
question?
Honor, leading.
Your Honor, I'm entitled to go into what Ms. Vasquez asked.
The objection is leading, I'll sustain the objection.
Okay. Did you report, what, if anything, did you report to Aaron Falati about the abuse you sustained on 12/15/2015?
Objection, leading and hearsay.
Approach.
Can't believe I can't find Dayton's medicine. And I really have to go through the damn garbage. So before I cut out of here, I did read when I was looking something up that it wasn't attempted murder. That was like a scam. All it was a, whatchamacallit, a suspended license or something. I had to do that for a rental car. I'm telling you, I am not looking forward to it. Because, of course, you have to go through every single one of them. And garbage comes Thursday, and it's Tuesday, so you can imagine they're all full. But I've looked everywhere. I mean, I had to have accidentally chucked it. These guys look so thrilled. You had to go through the garbage outside. I checked everywhere in the house. It's not here. It's got to be in the garbage cans outside. Yeah, but I can't get it again. Insurance wouldn't cover it, and to pay it outright is $400. And it would have been only within 24 hours.
Did you tell Nurse Filati on 12/16/2015 about the injuries you sustained from the 12/15/2015 attack?
I did. I believe I sent her pictures too.
Okay. And did you text with Nurse Filati on 12/16/2015 about the injuries that you had suffered as a result of Mr. Depp's attack on you on 12/15?
Yes, she guided me through a concussion check.
And did you tell Connell Cowan about the injuries you sustained?
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
It's prior consistent statements, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to sustain the objection at this point. Next question.
Do you recall Dr. Laurel Anderson testifying that she saw two black eyes
Objection,
on
Your Honor.
12/17?
Leading.
Sustain as to leading.
Okay. What, if anything, do you recall from Laurel Anderson's testimony in this case about what she observed on 12/17/2015?
Objection, Your Honor. This is outside the scope of cross-examination.
It's prior consistent statements.
I'm going to sustain the objection.
It's observations for
I'm
the
gonna
12/17, the same day.
Sustain the objection. Next question.
May I approach?
Okay.
When in December did you see Dr. Laurel Anderson?
Objection, lack of foundation.
Overruled.
I saw her 2 days after the attack.
All right, I love y'all, but I gotta go. So I guess that's it. I guess she's done testifying. But I will listen to this in the car, and I'll wrap it up, and I'll probably see you guys later. So that's it. I'll see you guys tonight. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you later.